Said though, Inspired wasn't really watching, right? I would imagine he was doing another
He was
tournament.
he was busy kicking Shake's ass, which to be honest doesn't happen often. Although Shake is off
Yeah,
racing
that's
as Night Elves for a month now.
I see. Okay, so I was gonna say, yeah, that is a bit of an upsetter, isn't it? Because isn't Shake
Yeah.
technically higher MMR over on the Warcraft 3 scene?
Yeah. I think maybe I'm slightly wrong here, but I think Inspired is like a little bit weaker than Shake. Like and this skill difference is very crucial in ordinary Warcraft. Here, upsets happen all the time, but
Right.
in ordinary Warcraft,
There's
yeah,
still enough undiscovered and like and randomness and things like that that this isn't as hammered out as far as like meta and picks and counter picks and things like that. So yeah, I could definitely see that being
yeah,
there being a lot
yeah.
more upsets here. That's why I feel like I got a chance, right? Like we go into this next season here, I'm gonna be up there. That's right. Gotta take some belts from some of these guys.
Yeah. And Inspired has a lot of time, which is super nice because Shake is gonna play versus Hawk now. Hawk has played the mod, but only a little bit, and then he said he, has other things to do.
There it is.
And
This is exactly the counterplay I was expecting. Going Beast of Chaos, because the early Hearthstone I think is gonna negate a lot of the level 1 aggression that you see out of the Lizardmen.
yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I kind of never thought about it that way, but yeah, this is a very good counterplay because you cannot harass workers as efficiently, at least with the snakes or with the snacks, as Namesuck calls them. I feel super weird being a non-native myself and not having a perfect accent
Oh,
for picking out the weird peculiarities in pronunciation. But I just whenever he says snack, I'm thinking about snacks like uh,
right.
like a the small bit of food you bring with yourself to have a
Right,
snack. I
right.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. I got some snacks right here.
yeah,
we got
exactly.
we got some Ritz crackers today actually. Vegetable Ritz crackers. Easy bangers. Okay, we got chaotic
But
magics
yeah,
coming out of the so he's gonna go with the shaman, more shaman oriented build from the Beast of Chaos.
yeah, and he goes for the Centicore Bloodhoof, which will allow him to summon a dude with piercing damage, so also helpful versus the worker line and versus all of the summons. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Very, very. This is the most common pick I've seen out of the beasts, though, because they have the summoned unit, the Centaur Hunter, to use for creeping.
I think
Um,
Shake played the what's it called, the Beast Lord twice yesterday
yes,
because of the Imba heal.
yes, he did. It was very, very cool to see. I call that the paladin of their race, like
Yeah,
the paladin coming out. He feels a lot like a paladin, right? He's got the big nuke heal, except he's got effectively what, unholy aura, if you were to technically 1-to-1 it, because it's not. So he has a similar play style to the paladin, anyhow. I feel.
yeah. Lemas in chat is correcting me that their MMR is actually very close to one another. For whichever reason, I thought that Shake's Undead versus Inspired stands no chance. But maybe I'm not following it as much as you do, Lemas. So you tell me if you fear, like Lemas, can you tell if you like what would you rather play, Shake's Night Elf or Shake's Undead? I feel like his Undead is so much more powerful, but I'm out of my depth, to be honest. I don't think he's inactive. He's playing a lot, but he's playing the Elfba nowadays. I don't know.
The mid-map posturing, using the summoned warhounds from the beast side to creep out the middle. Looks like Inspired's gonna go for a creep jack here. One of the skirmishers getting netted out. A lot of these summons hitting their max of their duration. They're getting respawned.
Right, one worker down to Centigore Archer, and Inspired is not reacting. The second one goes down. Yeah, this is the weakness of Lizardmen. Medium armor is also like not optimal in some situations, but versus piercing damage, like it's twice as good as um, piercing armor. Very
Right.
cool Chamber of the Old Ones placing, or what's it called, Totem of the Old Ones. because he is able to heal the worker line, the ones that mine gold. This would never have occurred to me.
Oh, really?
My worker 3 intuition is out of
Oh, yeah.
it's not nearly on point to think of something like this, but yeah, it helps a lot inspired right now. The
Y-
base layouts is something I don't know at all. I just place my buildings randomly, more or less.
Yeah, there's a few things going on with the base layout here. Having workshop in the back, having the front walled in like this to constrict the the available space for them to push in through. As well, like hero units can't get in through here or here, I don't believe, because of this constricted space. They can only come in through the middle entrance here. I've noticed a lot, he'll always have a totem on the front line to be healing units that are fighting out here, and then he'll have a totem in the back line to be back here with his workers as well.
Yeah. Inspired is a human main, so he has to be extra attentive to his base layouts. And Lames has told me in chat that Shake's MMR as Night Elf is the same, virtually the same as his MMR as Night Elf. So, as Undead, so I probably was a little bit unfair in underselling him. So, very well played by Inspired, I suppose, because I still would expect, I guess, Shake to win. He wins most of the time, he plays versus Inspired. But nowadays, as my Night Elf friends tell me, it's the Humba era, so...
Yeah, see, Frostbitten is actually able to push back this aggression here. As I was saying before, the Herdstone, the Blasphemous Orb actually deals a ton of damage for level 1. Being Chaos, ignoring armor, and dealing 50 to 60 damage.
Sorry, the blast from what?
What's it called? The Blasphemous Orb.
Oh yeah. That thing. Yes, it's very strong, and also the summons help a lot.
Right, the Pigpen summons. Yeah, much harder to push into a Beast to Chaos base than a lot of the other racial options that he's dealt with today.
Oh wow, Spire just steps out, tilting maybe a little bit.
They both, well, I mean, he's taken a lot more damage than he's dealt, as far as damage to the worker line, which I think, like I said, that's kind of a testament to the Beast's defensive ability of their base. But, like, if you notice here as well, quickly, he does the same thing for walling in front of his base. This is the most common thing that I've gleaned from, like, the big Warcraft players, is that you'll wall the front here to constrict access space for harassment opportunities. Sometimes they'll have a no hero constriction. Sometimes they'll have a hero allowing constriction, like, because you can get a hero through here, you can get a hero through here. I've seen where they'll build here to, like, constrict this further to where only workers can get through, or small units. That's what I plan on doing with Skaven, for example. Because all my units are tiny. But yeah, it kind of offers more defensive positioning to try and keep your worker line safe. Like, for example here, if he had built another structure here and walled the Centaur out, I think this might have been different. I think there might have been a different gameplay. If he could not have gotten the Centaur Bloodhoof into the backline to be able to kill workers, you know, I think this would have been in a different game, perhaps. Yeah, I wasn't aware that they're all so similar on MMR as well. That is really cool. That's actually very close, especially Sheik and Inspired. Well, I'm honest, what, 20 MMR apart? That's negligible. That's literally RNG at that point. Yeah.
Lebes currently has higher MMR than either Shake or Inspired, so congrats. Lebes, are you only playing Power Rifles, or are you off stretching with the Archmage?
How you gonna do lemons like that? He's like, oh, you got high MMR, huh? So what, pally rifles, or?
I'm a little bit surprised, because on tournaments, the ones that I sort of follow, Lemes never plays. That's what, and I always see, Shake and Dice winning and stuff. So that's why I assume, Lemes is a little bit lower. But yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I love Lemmies. Good guy, Lemmies.
Yeah.
I it's all good fun, Lemmies. We love you here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Lemis knows I love him because we hung out twice in Germany. It was super cool. We sat next to each other both times, even though we sat in completely different spots. So yeah, it's like I love all of the polls. They're so fun. Soul Ape Man is hella cool guy. He took an interview from me. So yeah, all of the polls there were awesome.
yeah. I only wish I spoke more Russian. Like that's one thing because like some of these matches, and I might end up in the future going through you or somebody else to like do like a post like kind of an interview. If I have somebody that doesn't speak English and there's like questions we need to ask, you know. So like that might be something going forward. I might ask for a little bit of help with. It would be nice to be able to pick the brains of these guys after like maybe after the finals or something to that effect, you know.
Yeah, totally. That would be super cool. But to be honest, Mr. Winner is the only one that speaks like extremely basic English. I believe everyone else speaks like good enough English to give an interview. They might stumble, with with some grammar, but that's about the
Oh,
worst thing that
okay.
can happen. Yeah, everyone knows Russian. That's okay. Oh,
Oh,
Russian. Yeah,
okay.
that's a nice Freudian slip. Everyone knows English here.
Yeah, I'd reached out a couple times for a couple other things, and I got very short, concise. Please talk to Nightmare responses. So I was like, I don't think maybe they just don't speak English. I don't know, but yeah, that's fine. I'll just be more persistent, I guess, going forward.
Yeah. They can speak, understandable English. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. So we're on a another looks like another brief break. Do we know life spell?
No, but this time it's not the referee team; it's the observer team. That's why observers, the worst thing they can do is spam in chat for us to get distracted by.
Yeah,
But that's hardly the
you can
biggest
tech.
of troubles
Yeah,
because the players won't see it.
we can mute that anyhow, right? If they're annoying.
Uh,
I think isn't there a
Yeah, I
chat mute?
think squelch, like slash squelch, and
Yeah,
like the name of the person. I'm not sure if it works to be honest, because of the weird overhauls of the name
yeah.
tags.
I know that
Uh,
I know it works on Warcraft 3 Champions. I don't know if it works here. And here in Warcraft 3 Champions, can't you just type I believe it's like you just type literally like dash mute space play the player number or something like that. I've seen Grubby do it a few times. I can't think of the command though. Um I know that it's like it's awkward because like you have to know what player number that you're muting, which isn't directly like described or it's not directly shown. So a lot of the time he mutes both players instantly and then figures it out and unmutes himself. But yeah, I know there is a way to do it. We might just not. Maybe we don't have it in the base UI setup, or it might be buggy. Fortunately, we're moving to Warcraft 3 soon, aren't we? Aren't we moving to Warcraft 3 Champions?
yeah, we are. We actually are. So yeah, like technically, I suppose anything can happen, but I have gotten like quite confident verbal commitments and statements of intent of being added to the Warcraft 3 champion. And I guess the only thing that remains right after right after we stop this tournament, I will then again talk to the Warcraft 3 champions team. I will inform them that we had this preliminary agreement. Like, look at our scene. We have an active scene. Here's my wonderful Excel sheet with all of the pro games, all of the replays. So as you can see, lots of players are playing. They're having fun. We have a couple of very nice streamers. Nice tournament live. So I believe there is no reason why we wouldn't be added to Warcraft 3 champions. And then fingers crossed for the ladder to be active. Because unfortunately, Warcraft 3 player base isn't tremendously big, so it is possible that people will just click find match and then nothing will happen for hours and hours, and so no one will play because of the network effect. If no one plays it, no one has an incentive to start playing it.
Right.
But hopefully, fingers crossed for that not happening and us having a decent number of matches played per day.
I have faith. I do. I think if people see the sheer amount of time commitment and how like fleshed out the mod is and everything, I think I mean, Grubby cast the match this tournament, right? I watched that overall and it felt like after watching that he was overall impressed with it as well. I think that the general consensus is pretty positive in the Warcraft free community here.
Yeah, true. But it's a little bit maybe like the entry barrier is there. It's not very high, but it's somewhat high. So maybe this will turn off some players. But in general, yeah,
Maybe we have a lot of newbie players too, to be fair. Like, I feel like we might have more newbie players that would be queuing into that than pros. Because I think maybe at least initially, I don't know. I feel like we do have a lot of newbie players though, because I've seen a lot of players around like the entry level skill range that are like looking for matches here and there. I think they're scared and they don't like playing against like the big name people. But yeah, I've had a few people ask me to play some matches. And they were like very entry level. Like I was competing with them, so like very entry level.
Yeah, hopefully we can get an amateur league up and running or some amateur tournaments if the player base is high enough. This would be super cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty freaking cool. I'm pretty sure we'd have enough interest to get into it. At least to have maybe not a massive tournament that bracket, but enough to put together something for sure. So we have vampires coming out of Inspired in the northeast in the red. We're going Sublimity? Is that his specialization?
It's what the first research is called. In von Karstein dudes. So yeah, it's von Karstein. It's gonna be mass necrarchs. He likes his mass necrarchs.
Nice. Alright, that's good to know. Or he could go into Van Karsten's with that setup, yeah?
Totally, yeah, he can.
Okay, we got the
I think he likes the mass necrarchs because normally necrarchs are like coatless, confined to 3 per, like 3 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And with sublimity, you can build an infinite amount of them. So
Yeah, the Necrarchs, those have hero type armor, right?
yeah, they do. All higher vampires are hero-like dudes. And Frostbitten goes the religion spec, so he can build a wonder. Hell yeah!
Nice. So we're seeing a Wonder Bretonian build. Well, I mean, maybe not building the Wonder itself, but he's capable. There is a world where a Wonder goes up here.
Yeah. Fast expansion from Frostbitten. As is the norm with Bretonia. I personally never go for fast expos with anyone.
Being able to,
players know better.
yeah, being able to multi-build and like having this expansion up this fast is actually pretty fucking crazy. He's already, he's gonna be fully mining out of this natural expansion already.
Yeah, but no, you have to grade it. You have to upgrade it because Farmstead is the template building, and Town Center is the upgrade for Farmstead. So.
Oh, and you can't multi-build the upgrade portion of that. Okay, so it's about normal timing then for natural.
Yeah, Dispel Scroll's already ready by Frostbitten.
As well as a Soul Cipher for mana and Sylvian and Clay. I've not actually seen this before. Oh, okay.
Just to harass. Yeah, but it will be a little bit hard.
Yeah, Frostbitten immediately collapsing back in onto this harassment attempt on his natural. A Dispel Scroll going out.
One villager goes down to the ghoul. Villagers, it's important who makes the last hit, because if it's the hero, then the XP is halved. Like, you get half the XP. And if it's any other unit, then you get proper XP.
Does pick off another villager there.
Oh, nice deny. I believe it was denied. The skeleton brute, he gives a lot of XP. Both towers are up. Unfortunately, in this patch, there is a small bug that makes Bretonia slightly overpowered because of the towers. They are not supposed to hurl boulders, but they do. In melee range, basically, they hurl boulders at the attackers. It's supposed to be a spec thing, but due to a typo in code on my part, it's always there.
I mean, given that we haven't seen it being overly abused, though, I wonder, I wonder how actually overpowered it is,
Yeah, it's not overpowered. It's just a sort of an unnecessary bug that I didn't want it to be there, but it's there. it's not the biggest of deals for sure. It just makes Bretonia slightly more appealing to play as. And I don't
Yeah,
think Bretonia in general is overpowered. They are a strong race, but
yeah,
this thing doesn't make them crazy strong.
I agree. I think I honestly I don't know if I would change that. You know what I mean? Like it,
Yeah, I would change that because it's a little bit not fitting, but maybe I'll give like Bretonia some other buff instead or something.
yeah, you know what I mean though. Like because it's not a like a an S tier picked because it's OP race. Nerfing something like that could be could be problematic. I don't. Just given that it's already like not in a over the top kind of way.
I'm trying to guess what Arenicus tries to say because he has written in Cyrillic script and my Warcraft is in English, so I just see empty spaces.
I see numbers.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask him to use transliteration because otherwise I don't have the slightest idea what he's asking.
Going up to tier 2 here back at the base. And getting down in the Ziggurat of Death. As well, we have the tier 3 tech coming out of Frostbitten. Do you think we see a wonder here?
We might.
He's getting the opportunity. He just hit up to tier 3. And honestly, Inspired's been rather tame as far as pushing in. He's just electing to go for his own natural expansion and creep. He has the opportunity.
So Arenicus was confused about the supply numbers. And yeah, villagers, you can build 30. The 31st one you build is way weaker. So, because otherwise it would have been an overpowered strat to build nothing but villagers and just infinitely push with them. You also cannot build more than 5 times your houses or something. But yeah, they don't cost food. But on the other hand, Bretonia mines 8 gold per Kotka.
Forward farmstead going up here. What do you think about this?
It's gonna be an item shop most likely. I'm not sure what it's doing way over there.
Yeah.
So.
I know Inspired's normally fond of doing these forward building placements, but we haven't seen too much of this out of Frostbitten yet. Be curious, yeah, what he does to template this into.
Okay, Cam said couldn't take it anymore.
You couldn't take what?
Couldn't take it anymore. Maybe I was joking, but now that I've said it, maybe he just dislikes us. You know, speaking a bit of Russian. Yasna means all clear. I just told that, you know, Bretonians have this strong thing with the workers, but on the other hand, they mine less gold unless you do 2 upgrades. So yeah, I'm just explaining the race to Arenicus a little bit. Actually, it's not a marketplace; it's a freaking siege workshop, so he can build trebuchets from there.
Okay.
Yeah, super cool, super cool. Unfortunately, there's a bug with trebuchets. Frostbitten was asking me about it. For some technical reason, I could only make them as a building, and they count as buildings. And in Warcraft 3, creeps are very averse to having buildings anywhere near them. So whenever a trebuchet walks out, it aggroes all buildings in like 2 screens away worth of range, which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, wow. The first trebuchet. Oh, actually, he's building a forward outpost tower now. Just electing to expand all the way across the map here. This is going to be a staging location for siege with the trebuchets. At the same time,
Unlucky heal wave that didn't heal the initial target by Frostbitten. 1 tower goes down. But I think there's plenty of knights to counter this aggression by Inspired.
yeah, we're about to get into the night cycle. What's going to change for Inspired once we do hit nighttime here?
All of his spells will become a bit stronger, like the AoE healing. The chain heal rather will heal the primary target by 10% of its max hit points, and the Dark Wave spell by the Decay will damage like by extra 70. So this is the two most important things. Trebuchet is up. I wonder why it's not shooting. It feels like it's in range. Yeah. Now it starts shooting the altar. You should really upgrade it because the upgrade costs only 25 gold, 25 lumber or something. It's the peasant weapons upgrade.
Does Town Portal back in to defend his base here against this push? He's trying to push it back, but we've got a lot of Knights of the Realm out here to hold the line.
Massive dispel.
Trebuchet getting down to low health, but so is the hero from Inspired.
Yeah, drinks the Ziggurats just in time.
Yeah, the ghoul's stuck in the wood line over here. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Yeah, it's because it places the necrotic energy randomly, so yeah, it can get stuck in the tree line sometimes. DK survives just barely, drinks Ziggurats.
Yeah, very narrowly escaping multiple deaths here on the DK.
Yeah, crazy well microed by Inspired.
He does finally, he's got the Trebuchet back up to full health, but he's going to push this back, it looks like. Took a lot of damage, but yeah, this is definitely a save. Managed to hold off the aggression. However, Frostbitten's got a lot of money.
Yeah, this is exactly why I never go double expand, double base, because I can never spend the money correctly anyway. Corpse cards are up, very well called by Inspired. They're gonna have a new model next patch. Shout out to Diazon. He's not listening, but if he were, he should know I love his custom models. He's making me a new corpse card model because I dislike the fact that it's a vanilla model.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you guys talking about that. That's really cool. That yeah, people helping out with the models and all that. The models,
Yeah.
models in this side, fucking amazing as far as I'm concerned. Been very impressed, just across the board.
Yeah, thank you. Like, I am not a modeler myself, I can only tweak them a little bit. But yeah, the model selection at Hype Workshop is great, and I have some, well, 2 people right now making custom models for me, which is super cool. I'm very honored and very happy about it.
Now, it looks like Lemony's
Third hero, yeah, third hero coming up from Frostbitten without a chick. Lemis is asking if someone wants to play. Right now we're having a tournament, but right after the next game I will be up. I'm co-casting, so you can ask Kemset though. I'm not sure if he would rather spectate or play. He'll probably rather spectate, I think. Also, Cement is up. Cement is online. He usually plays this time. Feel free to message Cement in Karag. I think he may play. If he is not, he's a nice guy. He wouldn't be tilted from losing to you yesterday. But it's funny. Congratulations on the win versus him, by the way. I know he went random and he didn't practice too much, but still, it's very impressive because he has played this mod a lot.
Yeah, Pegasus Knight taking the board. I was noticing. This is the tier 3 unit from the religious spec path.
No, they don't have any units aside for clerics, and the Pegasus dudes are always available. And I can say that the Wonder is being built right now. He needs way more protection for it, I think, but Frostbitten knows what he's doing, I guess.
Tucking it into this corner here. Yeah, I'm surprised he doesn't have some towers going up around here. At the same time, Inspire's clearing out the natural base of Frostbitten here. I can't help but wonder if the timing of the Wanderer might not have been as well placed.
It takes whole 8 minutes to get it up. So it's gonna be built at around 6 o'clock in the morning. So 6 o'clock in the morning next day, it's only gonna be up. I think it's probably not enough. Not versus 2 corpse cars. Corpse cars are not as strong as, what are they called? Meat wagons? From regular Warcraft, because their base attack time is 6 seconds as opposed to 4.5 seconds. So, hell yeah.
The wonder is up.
I wish I was on Inspired stream to check out his reaction to it, but I will watch it in replay.
He's got to be surprised.
It's a whole day, so it's like 7:30 in the morning. It's gonna be up.
Players' forces are under attack.
Well, some trebuchets and a forward push from Frostbitten to try and keep Inspired on his side of the map.
Nice engagement here from both players, not losing anything, fighting well.
Cyclone going out and CCing the Death Knight in the back, or the Master
The
Necro.
Necroarch critical mass is starting to hit. One hero is dead due to necrotic shocks. Oh wow, that hurts.
Yeah, the Necroarch's taking the field, being able to push back this force. I fully expect Inspired to walk across the map with this army and deal with the Wonder.
Yeah, he goes for the zombie dragon. To be honest, I don't have the slightest idea why not go for the von Karstein vampire. He's quite a bit stronger. Yeah, mass necroarch seems like a strong strat. Maybe I should nerf the sublimity research a little bit because unlimited necroarchs. It's already a hell of a strong spec. But no one played necroarchs before. Okay, so the upgrade is about 20% done. So yeah, we need a lot of extra time for the upgrade, for the Wonder upgrade to be fully up. Okay,
Right.
so all of the necrotic waves are wasted on Paragon, who doesn't care about magical damage at all. He has a 100% bracer item on him. So yeah, 80 supply versus 49 versus 43. I think we're looking at game 3.
Yeah, this push force with Inspired with the Necroarch front line is definitely gonna make quick work of this base here. Here come the meat wagons as well, or corpse carts. Sorry, corpse carts.
You can call them meat wagons. That's fine. Yeah, first Damsel of Heaven is out. She can dispel and put on frost armor.
Looks like he's trying to get some mana up on her right now. Might be too little too late as this corpse cart ball is just quickly deleting these buildings.
Yeah, castle goes down and all the peasants in it were not ungarrisoned, so villagers die. And Horse hero dies as well due to so much shockwaves. Yeah, it's sad that we didn't get to see the Wonder game. Yeah, GG is called. Cool game. Very lore accurate. Vampires versus, you know,
Yeah, that's
the pious Bretonians.
it's just cool that he even went for a Wonder play. The fact that he he had the courage to go for an aggressive play like this.
Yeah, totally. So, how is the grid doing in the parallel tournament? I wonder who has to wait for whom. Oh, Caspend lost to Flox. Cool, and Shake lost to Hawk. Okay, Inspire doesn't have an opponent yet, so he's not holding up anyone at all, which is good.
Cool.
Tyrannus Stand, not Lost Refuge. Interesting. And the game name is 57.
Yeah. Saw that. All right, a very cool set from those two though. I'm glad somebody played a wonder. Somebody went for a wonder in this tournament. You know, you can check that off your bingo list, guys. Like, that's
Yeah, it would be nice.
that
It
is
would be nice to. I'll have a bingo list for the next season's finals.
yeah. What massing? Somebody mass Codal. Oh, what else do we have on the bingo list? Building a wonder. Ooh, infinite stats dwarf hero. Can we should that we'll go for that one too. Um,
We definitely need the ziggurats from Lizardman. You know, the symmetrical ones.
oh wow, yeah, those. I still don't think I understand how those work, but that's a cool building concept. I saw what was it Shake in the FFA where he spent a good chunk of the match just trying to figure those dang things out.
Yeah, and super lore accurate also.
What them not knowing how to build, like where to build them.
Y- yeah. No, I mean, it's very Lizard's thing because all of their cities, all of their temples are located on like places of power, and so this is like a very well known thing.
Oh, okay.
So we have a human civil war here,
Right.
Empire
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
the Bretonians.
Yeah, inspired taking the Red Empire in the southeast. And yeah, another Bretonian match out of Frostbitten.
Yeah, the race inspired originally by Germany, Holy Roman Empire of the 17th century versus the French of the 14th century or something. But they have the faith in their lady, so they're reasonably strong.
Going for the Doctrine of Faith specialization on the Empire side.
Yeah, he likes his witch hunters. They remind him of spellbreakers, I can imagine. I wonder what spec will Frostbitten go for. Maybe it's gonna be Albion, or does he stick to Wonder?
It looked.
Actually, I think all four specs are viable. Dice always plays Knight spec, but no one else does.
I didn't catch the name of the upgrade, but it looked like a lance. I don't know if that helps.
Oh yeah, it does help. It's Knight's spec then. Cool. He feels himself inspired by dice then. Frostbitten does.
That's the Knights of the Realm oriented spec.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we saw a lot of that out of the last game there. The majority of the front line actually was Knights of the Realm with the one Pegasus Knight in the air. It was very strong unit. Be curious to see what we see coming out of the Empire side. We got the very standard Grandmaster pick for the first hero. Strong shockwaves, having the summoned unit.
Yeah.
And
Shout
yeah,
out to Lemes for finding the opponent. Cement set his up.
nice.
So yeah, very cool.
I'm curious what Lemmy's came up with after watching those matches. You know what I'm saying? It's like those are some pretty interesting strategy matches, and I guarantee what Lemmy's cooked up out of it. Lemmy's is good at innovating. It's one of the things I noticed really early on, because Lemmy's it made innovations on Mr. Wonder's early creeping route. Just to throw like right off the first thing off the top of my head, he improved upon the High Elven creeping route and got it out a lot quicker by early summoning the first set of archers out of the farm and getting additional chip damage done before his hero even takes the board.
Yeah, I also noticed this is hella cool. Also, Lemes should be, if you're listening, like you should. For the next patch, high elves are gonna be buffed because, as you can see, no one plays them because they're a little bit underpowered. So you're gonna have a better time starting. I hope I'm gonna get the patch out next week. Unfortunately, I have quite a lot of things going on in real life, but nothing I can't manage. So yeah, should be a bit easier, a bit more fun, a bit stronger, race to play the high elves.
I'm curious, what all have you like? What elements of High Elven are you looking at touching up?
I think what hurts them the most is slow pacing early game. So at least I'm gonna nerf or rather buff the costs and build times of smithy and lumber mill. That way you can also get up the faster lumber upgrade, which also gives you access to quite a strong item, which is almost free. The +1 to all attributes item, the element
Player's
trinket.
forces are under attack.
Oh, right.
And yeah, Lemes told me that he is experimenting with the craftsman, which is also cool because he can give some, boosts to faster attacks at forges and also help defend bases. I'm gonna give him level 0, I believe, so this is a buff for him, so he no longer will grant any XP. So maybe that's also a good thing.
A town is under siege.
But yeah, as we're speaking, harass from Inspired is very strong. We were
Yeah.
discussing earlier in chat that Skink Warchief might be the strongest hero, to which I jokingly replied that Grandmaster has entered the chat requesting someone to hold his heal pot.
Uh,
And yeah, Grandmaster's skill set is hella strong. The shockwave is crazy strong, and the summon is very strong.
yes, Grandmaster is absolutely top tier. Oh, he got walled in here by a single a single Crusader wall.
Yeah,
Followed in, forces out the town portal.
yeah, it's actually the stuff, so
Oh yeah, the
not
boots.
as bad. Yeah. The Boots of Teleportation, also known as Staff, because it's called Staff in normal Warcraft.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Staff of Teleportation.
Yeah,
I'm
good.
very much looking forward to this addition I recently made, where it's very annoying here that you cannot buy a composite item if you're out of inventory slots. Next patch, it's gonna be fixed,
Oh,
so you don't
thank
have to drop anything.
goodness. Yeah, that is, yeah, that's a frustration for sure. When you have
Yeah, I don't know
full.
what I should have done it instantaneously. It only took me like 40 minutes maybe to code, but I was lazy and I didn't realize that the mod is gonna be that big. So now that I have more people and competitive tournaments and stuff, I need to make life comfortable.
Right. Do you know if we do when we move over to Warcraft 3 Champions, if the little quality of life things will be like the gold mine labeling?
No, Goldmine unfortunately requires like a separate code, and I looked at what people do, and I really dislike like my coding style. Unfortunately, I'm not comfortable trying to code that. I will screw up, and I don't want to screw up before the big update. So yeah, gold mines have to stay. But we will have like a timer, like FPS or something. There are and better servers and a ladder, and so that's and obviously some exposure. So that's all
Player's
cool and
forces
important.
are under attack.
Yeah, I mean ultimately, yeah, it's just a little quality of life thing that I noted on other maps. Curious of how much it entailed adding that little feature in.
I might add in the denies. Denies are very easy to code. Maybe denies is something worth doing. But unfortunately, the gold mine, it's like Blizzard doesn't respond well to mining events. So you have to be tricky the way you code it with orders, and orders is a bit complicated because you have to keep track of the groups and stuff. And keeping track of the groups, the way I code is always super inconvenient and liable to get buggy. So I avoid it as much as I can. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna try to code that in. Maybe like sometime in the future if someone helps
A
me,
player's forces
but
are under
I
attack.
normally do everything myself, so I'm a bit averse to it. Super strong harass, by the way, on the expo
Yeah,
from
the
Inspired in the
shockwaves.
meanwhile.
The
Yeah.
shockwaves ate almost the majority of these towers' health bar. Sitting there harassing the worker line and doing a good amount of damage to the defensive structures.
Yeah, at least it wasn't too much XP because it's the peasants. And yeah, Frostbitten trying to drain the mana. It's still level 1, so he opted to go for Crusader level 2 as opposed to Paragon level 2. Maybe a slight mistake, I don't know, I'm not sure. Crusader,
Player's forces are under attack.
once he starts hitting, he obviously does a lot of
The
damage.
town is under siege.
And the Lord hero is getting trained, something which we don't usually see. We have a couple of mini raiders harassing the Grail Pilgrims. What are they called? Battle Pilgrims. They take down the farm really quickly. They fight quite a bit stronger